Chris from Human Torque Training. In this video I'm going to show you an effective way to stretch your quads. In particular one of your quadricep muscles, your rectus femoris. This muscle, it crosses the knee but it also hooks onto the front of your pelvis here, so if it's tight it'll pull down on the front of your pelvis and so it'll tip your pelvis forward, arch your lower back. If it's tight, it'll prevent your abdominals from working properly, and it's one of the muscles that contributes to you having that anterior pelvic tilt, which is really common. So most commonly you'll see people doing quad stretches, stuff like this, where it is good if you have that control and you're able to posteriorly rotate your pelvis, but most people get in this position and arch their back and they're not getting the benefits that they want out of the stretch. So I'm going to show you another good way to do it. Okay, now first thing before doing this stretch, as I said before, because this muscle connects onto the front of your pelvis, you need to be able to go into a posterior pelvic tilt. So you'll see what I'm doing here. See how I'm sticking my butt out, so I'm arching my lower back. Okay, so going like that. You want to be able to do the opposite, so you want to tuck your tailbone between your legs and really squeeze your glutes, your lower glutes, like you're pushing your hips forward. Okay, so I'm tucking my tailbone under and put your hand on your lower back so you can feel the difference. I've got a big curve here now, and I tuck under, and now my lower back's flat. If you can't do that, do not do this stretch. Okay, so first thing I like to do is just kneel like this and just let my other quad muscles relax. If you get into this position and you feel like your kneecaps are going to pop off, or you can just feel heaps of pressure in your kneecaps, you need to massage your quads first. So I might do another video on that another time, but provided you're not feeling heaps of pressure in your knees, I usually like to sit like this for say 30 seconds just to let these muscles relax. Okay. Next thing I'll do is I'm going to lean back like this. Okay. So notice my armpits are facing straight forward, my palms are flat on the ground, and then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bridging my hips up while tucking my tailbone under in this position. Okay. So I'm really squeezing my glutes like I'm doing a glute bridge, up in a position like that. Okay, so I'm tucking my tailbone under. If I feel under my low back now, my low back is flat. Okay, I don't have an arch in my lower back. If you come back like this and you feel like your back's going to snap, you're not tucking your tailbone under hard enough. So you really need to learn how to do that pelvic tilt first. Okay, now this would be the first stage for me. I don't feel much of a stretch there. The next stage would be to come down onto your elbows like this. Okay, and then posterior pelvic tilt. So tuck your tailbone between your legs, draw your belly button in, and you'll really feel a big stretch. The harder you tuck your tailbone under and squeeze your glutes, the more of a stretch it's going to put on this quadricep muscle that anteriorly rotates your pelvis. So that's the best thing about this stretch, is you're using your muscles on the other side, you're using your glutes, the power of them to stretch your quads, which a lot of people I work with, they're really quad dominant. All they use their quads, so they get really tight, and by doing this, it's activating the glutes, turning the glutes on, and then obviously the best thing to do after that is to do exercises that really work on your glutes, and that's how you're going to prevent your quads from overworking in the future, is by learning how to use your glutes and your hamstrings, using your hips as opposed to just using your quads. So as far as time, like some muscles you'll get a stretch in 20 seconds, like a decent stretch in 20 seconds, but I'll find quads, because they're thick and really strong muscles, like sometimes, depending if I've had a leg workout or whatever, like I might need to sit here for 4 or 5 minutes just just slowly letting them release, and everyone's different. So depending on how tight you are, you might feel them loosen up in a minute. So yeah, add that to your routine. It'll really help with loosening up your quads, and it's good because it's a comfortable position. Like you can sit here pretty comfortably for a while. You know, like a lot of other ones where you're kneeling and then you got to kind of pull your leg up like this. It's an uncomfortable position to be in for a long time. Okay, so give it a try.